everyone's a group. You're right.
Yep. Okay, now it has to prepare, so it's got to do this loopy thing here.
Okay, I do see a little thing that says live on Facebook. Meeting is
Okay.
now streaming.
We're
live
now
on Facebook.
streaming live.
Okay, so hello.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, so
Stand by. We're getting ready to do our awards presentation for our very first AIS Associate Member Online show.
Yay!
Yay! So we have our new master, Blair Brown, with us, and our executive director, Liz Ahrens, and I'm Debra Groesser, president and CEO.
Okay.
So hang tight with us here.
Okay. Where did it go? Okay, so I'm going to do my share screen. I'm going to look on my phone right now, everybody. If everybody's watching, we're connecting it all.
Ann and I were saying that we're really glad Liz is doing the technical part. This would be a disaster if I was doing it.
Okay, so you. So now we're going to share screen. Share it from the beginning. Okay.
All right.
So
good job.
All right, so we got about another minute. Shall we wait just a minute or so?
Yeah, and I think there we go. It says, there we go. So out there in lovely Facebook land, you should hopefully be seeing myself and Ann and Debra. If you're looking at the screen and you see the kind of cover in the beginning to our presentation, if you see our three faces, and as much as you'd love to look at us, and you want to, but you can slide us off to the side too of your screen. So feel free to play around with that a little bit. And you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, we've got people. Oh, Deb, your friend Corey says hi from Nebraska.
Oh, hey.
Oh, how cool.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, we've got people watching. So we are happening. We've got, well, let's give it just a couple seconds here. So Pamela Robbins says hi from Utah. I've got Judy hi from Arlington, Texas. Oh, Doreen St. John. Doreen is our board secretary, so she is watching. They are. Oh, and Lisa, one of our the reps for Art of the West magazine, one of our sponsors.
Wonderful.
She's watching, which we love our sponsors.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Excellent. Good. Okay. So far, the great thing is no one has said they can't hear us and they can't see us.
And we're not sideways.
And the camera's not sideways.
And we're not sideways.
Exactly. So I think I feel like we're doing pretty well here. I've got I don't have a clock. I think I've got 8 o'clock. What time do we have?
Yeah, we're on the dot.
Okay.
Yeah, on the dot. So
well, I will turn this over to Blair Brown and Debra Groesser. Ann was our awards judge for this first online associates exhibition, and Debra Groesser, many of you know her as well, but as an artist, but she's our amazing leader as our president and CEO. So I will take a back seat and turn it over to you two.
Thank you, Liz.
Thank you, Liz. And Liz is our executive director who's been with us for just over a year now, and she is doing a fabulous job. Mm. And because we have Liz, we have been able to add 2 online shows now. So this is our very first AIS Associate Member Online Exhibition. And this came about, we did a survey of our members about a year and a half ago. And one of the things that our members were asking for was online exhibitions, and particularly something just for associate members. And so we're really happy that we were able to put this together, and want to extend a really warm welcome to all of our new members. I know there's lots of you out there who joined this year, and all of our members actually, welcome. We are really happy that so many of you submitted entries to this show this year. And want to congratulate especially the people who got in for the very first time. Every time that we do an awards presentation, I like to recognize the people. And since we can't see you out there, we're just really, really thrilled that so many of you that got in this show. It's your very first national show, and it's part of the reason that AIS exists. You know, we want to give you opportunities, and we're just so happy to be a part of your artistic journey. So thank you for being a part of this. Again, Liz introduced Blair Brown. She is our awards judge for this show. And she also is a brand new master for AIS, and you can see her bio here. Anne lives in Nashville, Tennessee, and she's been a signature member of AIS for a number of years. And she's, as I said, you know, brand new master as of April 1st. It was not April 1st.
And it wasn't a joke.
It wasn't a joke.
Yeah.
And so we're so thrilled. Anne has won awards in, I lost count of how many awards Anne has won in our shows. And how many, I mean, you've been a member for, a long time.
Yeah, at least 10 years.
At least 10 years. So we're just really, really fortunate to have her not only as our awards judge, but as a new master. So
Thank you.
Anne.
Thank you. I'm monumentally thrilled and grateful. Look forward to the future.
Very deserving. So
Thank you.
So thank you for being a part of this show.
Absolutely. Thank you for asking me to do this. It was a complete honor. Absolutely.
Fantastic.
And the members that submitted made it really difficult because there was a lot of wonderful paintings and 15 awards. So I had to do math.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah. Well, it's what I look for, just like any other judge, is the first thing you do is you look at, the academics and the fundamentals and, is this working? Is that working? And there are so many paintings that did work so well and were so beautiful. And then you get to the next level of, what's a unique perspective? Who has a voice here? Who's thinking outside the box? And, looking to the definition of Impressionism. And, two things strike me, which are, paint application is one of them in various forms. And the other is the ability to evoke a sense of place, a sense or a feeling. And so that's where it gets a little bit above the fundamentals. And there were many paintings that when they flashed on the screen, my tummy flipped. And I just thought, oh, look at that. And so, again, I scrutinized and I went over and over. And I also, I take the extra mile or go the extra mile. And I even sort of, put paintings, images in Photoshop and get, so I can get up real close and look at strokes and put it in black and white or no tan and see how it holds up. I just really want to get to the bones of the fundamentals of it. And so what I came up with were paintings that just moved me in various ways.
I love the description of how they made your tummy flip.
Yeah.
That's really a wonderful way to
well, it's like a musician. A musician can play a concert and get a whole crowd of people to feel a certain way.
Exactly.
And an artist can do the same. And I think Impressionism is, it does that. And it's why I do what I do and follow the great artists that I follow, because they can make you feel something, and it's usually something good.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, this first online exhibition for our associates, we ended up with 1,954 entries. Wow. And out of that, 320 were juried into the exhibition. We do have a wonderful online catalog. If you haven't seen it yet, there are live links. Every piece that got into the show every artist has their own page with their painting, contact information. And since artists are selling your work directly for this show, it's not a gallery show, obviously, and the work didn't have to be for sale. But your contact information is on your page. So it's beautifully done. It's a flipping book, and Liz did a fantastic job putting that together. So I would really encourage you to check that out. So really quickly, I want to talk about our jury panel process. We've sent out information about this before, but for those of you that are new to not only to AIS, but to entering jury shows at all, the way we do it, we work through Juried Art Services, which is an online jurying service. And we have a panel of 5 jurors. They're all either signature or master members of AIS. And they don't know, we don't tell them who the other jurors are. So they have no idea who else is jurying. And by the way, the judge of awards, which is what Anne is for this show, we don't include the judge of awards on the jury panel. So those of you that scored high enough to get in, your work was scored by these other 5 jurors. So what the jurors do is they go through every single entry and they score each one from 1 to 7. So 1 is low, 7 is high. And then when they're all 5 of them are all done scoring all 1,954 entries, if you can imagine, it's really a very time-consuming process. Mm-hmm. And the first time I juried, wow, it was really a learning experience. And I think you learn a lot about jurying or about entering juried shows by being a juror too. Mm-hmm. And what's important and so on. But basically it's a mathematical process. They score on technical merit, on not only technical processes, composition, paint application, all of those things that Anne was talking about earlier, but also how is it impressionistic? Because since we are the American Impressionist Society, we might have some pieces that are very, very tight that might not get in because they're not quite impressionistic enough. So, that's a tough thing with our organization because it's kind of arbitrary. We always talk about, what is the definition of impressionism? And there's such a range. You think of like Claude Monet, and then you think of Mary Cassatt, and they're both impressionists, but completely different. One's a little bit tighter, one is the broken brushwork. So anyway, but back to the jurying process. So then the results are tabulated by the by Juried Art Services, and it's an immediate process. And then we get a list with the scores. And for this exhibition, I don't remember what the cutoff score was, but
25.
25. So if your work scored 25 and above, you were accepted into the show. And then with a gallery show, the number that we can accept depends on the gallery and the space that they can accommodate. So sometimes we might be able to accept 150 paintings, and sometimes 180 paintings, and sometimes 120 paintings. It just depends on the gallery and how much space they have. So, so I hope that kind of helps you understand a little bit. And yesterday, Anne and I were talking a little bit about entering juried shows, and Anne had some really great insights about that. So Anne, do you want to share things you talked about yesterday?
Yeah, I just, the first thing that comes to my mind is the word encouragement and the word, consistency and dedication. And you know, it can be subjective when you're judging a show. And, you know, I personally do my best to keep my taste out of it. And there really is a lot of math involved. And as I was, you know, I had to eliminate that, and maybe this got an award. I'm thinking, I hearken back to one of my favorite TV shows, which is Chopped. And, you know, you've got four chefs and they have to compete. And then, you know, somebody has to go. And, you know, usually the judges will say, you know, you just got outcooked today. And so to the people that, you know, don't see their name with an award next to it, it doesn't mean your painting wasn't beautiful. And it doesn't mean that you didn't accomplish something. You accomplished something by getting accepted and just by being a darn good artist. So I thank everybody for participating. And if you didn't even get into this show, keep trying, because you will. If you keep painting, you will grow and you will get in. And Deb, you had said, you and I were on the same page about the way we personally handle awards or getting rejected. And, you know, I always tell myself, you know, if I don't get into something, it doesn't mean I'm not good. And if I get an award, it doesn't mean I'm all that and a bag of potato chips. It's just, you know, I want to just, it's wonderful to be acknowledged, and a great accomplishment to have your name called and have a, you know, a monetary or a ribbon. But it's all, everybody will have their moment at one time or the other.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the other thing to keep in mind too is every show that you enter, those of us that have been at this a while, we've all had paintings that have won awards in a big show, and then, or, you know, in any show, and then you enter it in another show and it doesn't get accepted. And I just had that happen today again. Matter of fact.
That's funny. Yeah. Yeah.
So every show you're competing against a whole different group of paintings. So and some shows are more competitive than others. Some shows maybe get 700 entries. Some shows get 2,000, 3,000 entries. So you know, some are just more competitive by, you know, for that reason. But just remember, every time you're competing against a different group of paintings. And as Anne said, one of my favorite quotes, I listened to Neil Patterson, who was the president of Oil Painters of America. And he was saying, you know, if you don't get into a show, it doesn't mean you're as bad as you think you are. And if you do get in a show, it doesn't mean you're as good as you think you are.
Exactly.
He said, just keep painting your best paintings and eventually you'll get in. Right. And I know that was true for me. So it took me 13 years to get in my first OPA show.
Yeah.
So you just have to keep on trying. And the only way that you won't get accepted is if you don't try. That you're guaranteed not to get in then.
Well said.
So anyway, anything else you want to add to that, Anne?
I think you said it all. I just, once again, thank you all for letting me look at your beautiful work and for sharing your talent with us. And enters the cat.
There she is.
Nutmeg says congratulations also.
Awesome.
Okay, so I'm ready.
All right. So are we ready to do awards, or?
I'm ready to start advancing when you've
got
your
done.
Okay.
All right. All right. Well, let's start with the honorable mentions. And the honorable mentions, each one of these awards is a $75 cash prize. And the first one goes to Doug Andelin for No Show.
Yay.
Yay.
Congratulations. This painting just, it just struck me immediately. And the title struck me too, because I started wondering, and, you know, again, so what he's done here with this beautiful brushwork and this sort of, you know, mosaic and this flow of objects is, it lended to a bit of intrigue, like, why is that chair empty? And at the end of the day, the kicker for me on this one was the paint application. It's peaceful, yet it's bold, and the color harmony here is wonderful, and it just resonated with me. So congrats.
All right. Our next one, next honorable mention goes to Trent Gudmundson for Summer Clouds, Idaho.
Oh yeah. So this one has a lot of fundamental things that are going for it. And, you know, after I assessed, you know, A, B, and C and thought, okay, this works, colors there, brush works there. Um, I kept looking at that cloud and just getting this utter sense of grandeur and light. And that's impressionism, that this painting and this artist through brushwork and through color and through values could make me feel a certain way. So um, congratulations to you too.
All right. And next honorable mention goes to Pam Paget for hashtag Real Farmhouse. I love this piece.
Yeah, and this, you know, the first time this flashed on, my tummy flipped, and it's got beautiful color harmony, beautiful composition, but the biggest part of this is the brushwork. And again, back to that impressionism thing. I feel the light of day. I feel the sense of place. I feel a calm and a peacefulness by the way, the direction of her brushstrokes. That's something I think people don't look at a lot. The way her brushstrokes are lateral as the shadow crosses over the driveway, and on the roof, they're sort of vertical to give that sense of up and down. And it's so subtle, the average viewer would not notice that, but that's the kind of thing that really resonates with me. So really nice painting.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Next honorable mention goes to Amy Peterson for Down Home Economics.
Oh, and this one immediately resonated with me also. It has a personality and a wonderful vision. You know, I try not to focus on subjects so much, but the way she's handled the positive and negative space here, that resonated with me. And, you know, the direction of everything, and also the simplicity and the intimate composition that she chose, I thought was really nice. And simplicity at its best, but still really stellar brushwork and impressionism. So this one also just makes me smile.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. Next honorable mention. There are 10 of them, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Next one goes to Elizabeth Rhodes for Basking in the Golden Hour.
And this painting, you know, again, every time I look at it, I just want to be there. And it's so difficult to paint green in all of its glory and all of its, you know, atmospheric changes. And I think the shadows and the dark shapes in here are what really hold it together, aside from the wonderful color. But impressionist wise, she just absolutely captured a time of day, and it makes me feel a certain way. So kudos to Elizabeth. I think this is a fabulous painting.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Elizabeth. Next honorable mention goes to Susan Ritter for Hometown Alley.
And this one is really, you know, when I first saw it, my thought was, well, this is impressionism at its best. And I don't know that it's plein air, but I assume it is. And if it isn't, then that is a feat. But I'm, you know, just looking at all the beautiful color harmony and, you know, the direction of the shadows. And really, this one kind of speaks to the notion of, you know, a quotation that I remember from Charles Mavalli article, something to the effect of, and I'm sorry if I misquote it, but something about spontaneity being better than any sort of finish can ever be. And so she just laid it down and stopped. And so all the shapes hold together, and there's still lovely brushwork and a really nice sense of light. So I really, this one resonated also.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Susan.
Congrats.
And next honorable mention goes to a brand new member, and that is Scott Roebuck for Summer in Downtown Boulder.
Yay. Well, and you know, this has got the fundamentals all locked in, you know, really nice drawing, really nice composition. I think one of the things that just kept drawing me in was the subtlety of the shadows on the buildings, and especially the one on the building that's farther back. And you know, I mentioned at the beginning that I often will, if there's beautiful color in a painting and I know they got that, and I squint, I'm thinking, yeah, really nice values and you know, all kinds of good fundamental stuff going on. But you put that, when I put things in Photoshop and desaturate them, and then you still get this powerful brushwork. I could even see the brushwork. This was one of many award winners that really resonated that way. So it's been looked at backwards and forwards and upside down and all around, and it's a gooder.
I'm just so impressed with the way that you just took so much time and, you know, went through all of that in judging. That's
Well, thank you, Deb. You know, yeah, I really know how important this is to everybody. And I've, you know, I've been at many levels of painting and been rejected and been awarded, and I know it's just very important to everybody. So I wanted to do my best for everybody.
absolutely, absolutely. All right, next honorable mention goes to Jennifer Smith Rogers for Summer Nocturne.
This is just glorious. This another one that just, you know, immediately before I even could lock into what it was, my stomach kind of went, wow. Just love the color harmony here. You know, if you think about academics, the way she's played the oranges against the blues, and you know, the green glow of the light and the orange glow, and very powerful perspective. I just kind of want to walk down that road. But I just find this to be an incredibly powerful statement, and so it's here with us right now.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah,
Nocturnes are tough too.
they really are.
All
Yeah.
right. Next honorable mention, and I'm going to apologize right now for, I'm sure I'm not going to get this name right. Svetlana Sowers and Summer Nocturne.
Okay, so this this I think is impressionist as it gets. And you know, again, we've got the color harmony, you know, looking at the reflections on that pot, it's just fantastic. The subtle shadows on the flowers, and you know, they hold together as masses. And so, you know, I just kept going back to that, and the mark making in this is again impressionism at its best. And the final thing that just really gets me is that shadow coming in. It's so well handled. But I just really think this is, you know, Claude Monet would be proud.
Mm-hmm.
So that's congratulations. Yeah, really nice.
We actually talked yesterday about, you know, this looks like something you would find in the Musée d'Orsay.
Exactly.
Really beautiful.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we also had talked about, you know, I love it when artists kind of break the rules. And,
Yeah.
you know, there's so much symmetry here, but yet not.
Exactly. Exactly. I think that shadow just coming in and cutting through is the deal sealer. So really nice.
Yeah. So congratulations. And again, apologies if I didn't get your name right. All right. And one more honorable mention tonight. And this one goes to Jane Ann Woodhead for Winter Fog.
And this one, back to that ability of an artist to get a viewer to feel something. And, you know, I feel somehow, you know, it's a winter scene, but I feel warm. And the subtle colors, you know, this would be a good painting without that little peak of light that's happening in the sky, but that just balances everything out. And again, I just feel the impression of this scene, and it's just so simply done. Simplicity is so hard to achieve. It's so easy to overdo, and you know, impressionism and dabby, and you know, and this one is just so fluid, and I'm really impressed with the result of this painting. So congratulations.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And next we have one award of distinction, and we want to thank Fine Art Connoisseur for this award. It's a featured artwork for 1 month on fineartconnoisseur.com. And this award goes to Tracy Everly for Bright.
Yes.
Oh, I think we've got Tracy online here. So hold on a second.
Okay, awesome.
I'm going to admit her. And then I'm going to see if I can forward I got to forward there we go. Tracy, are you there? You've got to unmute maybe.
Unmute.
Okay, let's try this again.
There we go.
Hi, Tracy. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Really nice one. I just love the outside the box style and all the mark making, and the shapes are spectacular, and then just the subtle shifts within the shapes. It's so hard to achieve that. And it just looks like you use different implements, and they all kind of lend to a certain mood. And I definitely feel the time of day. But congratulations for just being an outside the box kind of gal. This is really nice work.
Thank you. I'm honored to be part of such an incredible group, and thank you, Anne, for sharing with us your responses to these paintings. It's really wonderful.
My pleasure.
I know, I appreciate it, and I'm sure we all do.
Yeah, absolutely. It's no matter what level people are at, it's always so inspiring to talk to other artists and talk about art. I never get tired of it. So I'm thrilled to be here and be doing this. But congratulations, and just keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. I hope to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations, Tracy.
Thanks.
Okay.
All right. You ready for our next award? Liz?
I am. Okay, so you can go ahead and announce the name. I'll forward it, and then I'll get that person in the okay, so go ahead.
Sounds good. All right. So we have 3 awards of merit next, and each of these is $750 cash. And the first one goes to Tom Balderas for Figure at Clothesline.
Oh, wow.
I've got to get Tom. Oh, no.
Oh.
No. Ah, always something. Oh, no.
That's all right. That's okay.
Rewind.
Hopefully. Okay, so now Tom.
There he is.
There's Tom.
Did I get Tom on there?
I see him.
It says he's connecting.
Connecting to audio.
Or no, there he goes.
Oh, there. Oh, and then you got to unmute, Tom.
Unmute, Tom.
Are you there?
I think you need to.
God loves Zoom. God loves Zoom.
I know. Oh. There we go.
How about that?
There you go.
There you go. Hi, Tom. Congratulations.
Hi, how's it going, Deborah?
Good. Good to see you.
Good to see you. I saw you in St. George, and I actually saw Anne's painting in St. George. That you
wow.
Absolutely wonderful.
Oh, yeah. This is fabulous, Tom. I joked with Deb. We were talking yesterday. I said, Nikolai Fetchin called. He wants his painting back.
Oh, God. Wow.
I'm so mesmerized by your sort of mosaic color, the way you interweave everything, and it's not muddy, and it's just beautiful. Such a nice statement here. One of the things that also strikes me is the negative space that's informing the positive space, and really nicely handled. I think people miss how important that part of painting is, and not just to draw stuff, but to create, to sculpt these shapes and make them stand out, and give everybody its due. So really nice. Congratulations. Just really good going there.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Being in the American Impressionist Society is like a major thing for me, because I got into painting because of a show I saw in 1984, a French Impressionist show. And then I found the American painters and so happy to be a part of this organization, and thank you. I really
Yeah.
appreciate the recognition.
We're
You
so
earned
happy
it.
to have you too, Tom. We
Thank you.
appreciate you.
Yep, you earned it, Tom. So congrats.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Wonderful. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
All right.
You
So
bet. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Next, surprise. Next award of merit is Diane Eugster for Summer Spirit.
So I'll admit Diane and then I will forward. There we go. So
There.
Diane's connecting.
I'll wait for her. This painting just gets better every time I look at it.
I agree. I love it.
So beautiful.
Reminds me of my granddaughter.
I don't know if she can get on.
Well,
Oh,
I think she's on without video. Diane, unmute yourself. Oh, there we go.
Mute.
Are you there?
I'm there, but I don't, can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you.
Okay, I am here, but I don't know why you can't see me, but I can see you.
Oh,
Well, we can, as long as you can hear us, I think that's pretty
yeah.
good.
Oh,
There you
there
are.
She is. There she is. Hi, Diane.
Hey, Diane.
Hi.
Congratulations. This painting is just spectacular. Another one that just sends me to a place, gives me a feeling. The way you handled the light and you know, the impressionist way you handled the background is also fantastic. It's also very ephemeral, and definitely I feel this is one of those that I feel the artist in the work, which I love. But anyway, it's just fabulous. And, you know, I could go on and on about the fundamental parts of it that work, the darks and lights and that kind of thing. But again, it's just, I feel summer. And so you did it. Yeah. So really nice.
That's great. Great. Is that someone you know? Is it a family member or somebody you know?
It's actually a friend's daughter who's posed for me several times. And we have this house next door to us that's been abandoned for like a year and a half. And that's the yard, actually. And it's gone so crazy.
Oh,
and it
gosh.
inspired me. And I said, let's go over there and shoot in that yard. And so I handed her a broom, and all of a sudden she was this character, you know, this
Yeah,
cover.
exactly.
She, you know, roams the hot plains with the sun beating down on her, and she's taking that broom and she's cleaning up people's messes, if they're emotional messes or physical messes or whatever. It was fun. I just really got into
Fantastic.
Wonderful. I love that illusion. That's actually really, really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I love your unique style, and I'm very happy for you. Congrats.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yes. Congratulations, Diane. All right. And we have one more award of merit, and I don't think this person is joining us online, right? The next one goes to Mark Hansen for Winter's Grip.
Yeah. This is another one that's a winter scene that makes me feel warm. The way he's handled the light and the purples and the blues against the orange are just fantastic. And he's got such a way of, you know, massing in shapes, but then just the little flits of detail just speak and say, oh, look at me, I'm a twig. You know, I mean, I just don't know how he does it, but this one just really another one that gets me in the gut. The sense of light is probably the biggest thing that drew me to it. And so here we are. Especially there's one little path of light that also hits the snow in the background. And I think the subtle simplicity is and the light is what really gets me about this one. Very well handled, incredibly well handled. So sorry you're not here, Mark, but congrats.
Hopefully you'll watch this later.
Yes.
All right. And then our big award, Best of Show. This is $2,000 in cash. And it goes to, drum roll,
Drum roll.
Margaret Dyer for the seamstress.
Wow. Okay, so, oh, she's here.
Yes,
Hey.
She is connecting to audio.
Getting there.
Yep. she's getting it. Oh, looks like she's connected. Here we go. Can you hear us, Margaret?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yep,
there you
we can.
are. Congratulations.
I am on the verge of tears after
That's
looking
okay.
at all of that work was so beautiful.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. I am on the verge of tears after
That's
looking
okay. The live might be on.
Yeah, Margaret, turn your Facebook Live down.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Hold on.
Perfect. Might be on.
Yeah, Margaret, turn your Facebook Live down.
I'm trying to, I can't get past this window that you got me on.
Oh,
Perfect. You know what we can do, Margaret? We can just mute her and I'll talk and then she can get
Yeah.
back on.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute you.
okay, let's do that. Okay.
Okay.
We'll be
So
right back.
anyway, just a big congrats to you, Margaret. This is, you know, as you just said, there were so many beautiful paintings and other paintings that could have won awards, but this one in particular just sort of intrigued me. And I just kept going back to it and back to it. The way, you know, Impressionism is, you know, as Charles Hawthorne said, painting is just spots of color next to each other. And I just get led around and the dark shapes are just anchors for me to dance around this painting and jump from color to color. I'm intrigued by the figure and the sewing machine, but at first I didn't, that's not what I went to. I went all around the painting and just kind of reveled in your just, abbreviated brushwork and that every stroke counts. And I think that's Impressionism. It's incredibly unlabored, which is so pleasant to look at. And there's also, some of your strokes are not perfect, and that is perfect for me. Just a little bit of, a little wonkiness here and there is a good thing for me. So just a really nice job. And I also, when I started talking to Deb at the beginning of this, we were talking about, there's fundamental things that need to be in place for a good painting. We could go on and on about that, but this is a really outside the box kind of painting for me. And it struck my attention, kept my attention, and therefore that's what I chose for Best of Show. So congrats. We can unmute you and let you talk for a second. It struck my attention, kept my attention, and therefore
I don't know what to do about this reverb.
That's okay. You can say a couple words. We can get over it. Everybody's fine.
I tell you, I can't tell you how humbled I am because the previous works that you showed were.
That's okay. You can say a couple words. We can get over it. Everybody's fine. All right. Thank you, Margaret.
All right. Thank you.
Let's mute again, and I'll can I say a couple more words?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So back to what Margaret just said. She is correct. All the paintings that won awards, I know, are beautiful paintings, and there are some that you all watching did not see because of math and somebody having their moment. And I promise you, your moment's coming. But and as Deb said, I went over and over and over and over and looked at these paintings different ways. And for this time, I just Margaret felt like you just sort of captured it this time, and I congratulate you highly. So and congratulations to all the other winners, and congratulations to everybody who got in, and congratulations if you didn't get in. Keep painting, you will get in, I promise.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Margaret. Thanks for being here.
Bye, Margaret. Thank you.
Thanks to all the award winners who were able to be here, the top ones.
That was exciting. Yeah.
That was really exciting. And just congratulations to all the winners. And as Anne said, congratulations to all of you who were accepted in the show, and to all of you that, you know, that took the chance and submitted something. I hope that you will consider entering something into our annual National Juried Exhibition. It's going to be held right here in my hometown of Omaha, Nebraska, at Gallery 1516. The entries are being accepted now, and the final deadline is May 24th, and that's all the information is on our website. We have some amazing things planned for this one. We were able to get a wonderful grant through our county. So we're going to be able to do a nice welcome reception at Jocelyn Art Museum. And we're also going to be allowed to do a paint out at the Henry Dorley Zoo here, which has been rated the top zoo in the world by a number of travel sites. And it's always within the top 3, but it's been rated best in the world. It's an absolute crown jewel here in Omaha. So can't wait for y'all to come and see Omaha and discover all the great things we have to offer here. We also, our paint out this year is going to be on a private property. It was an old quarry that these people bought, and they're developing it into this beautiful garden. There's a lake and there's a pond that's filled with lilies, water lilies, and he's actually inspired by Monet's garden. So that's what he's developing this to be, kind of a mini version of Monet's garden. So,
Wow.
And we're going to get to go paint there for our paint out this time. So, and then we also have our all member online exhibition coming up. Call for entry will open August 1st. Oh, and I should say too, the national show opens September 9th here in Omaha. And so that whole week we'll have a workshop by Howard Friedland. C.W. Mundy is going to be the judge. Carolyn Anderson will be here. She and C.W. are going to do programming. Tim Newton will be here, and he's going to give a talk. So we're really excited about that. And so I think with that, I want to thank Fine Art Connoisseur again for sponsoring the one award tonight. And thank you again, Anne, for all your hard work. Thank you to the jurors, the jury panel for this show. And again, congratulations to Anne. She wasn't able to be with us in Charleston when we awarded her master status. So
Thank you so much.
Really glad to have her here tonight with us. So
Thank you so much. And thank you for trusting me with this very important job. It's my
absolutely,
pleasure.
you
Yep.
did a fabulous job. So
Thank
thank
you
you for that. So with that, Liz, do you have anything to add?
No, there's lots of nice comments online, and that people really appreciate your specific notes and insights on each painting. So
Wonderful.
lots of people said that really made a difference. It wasn't just a blanket, it was a great show. So you're getting good feedback from the artists that appreciated it. So thanks.
Wonderful. Thank you
Yeah.
to everybody.
Yeah.
I love you. Love you all.
Yes, we love you all too. We so appreciate you being part of the AIS family, and we'll hopefully see you in Omaha in the fall.
Yay.
So
Yay.
take care, happy painting, keep working, keep at it.
Bye, everybody.
Take care.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, Deb. Thanks, Liz.
Thank
bet.
you.
You bet. Good night.
Good night.